All right, today we're going to build a system to reclaim what is probably your most valuable resource, your focus. This is a super practical 5-step framework designed to help you take back control of your mental energy. And we can start right now.
So let me just ask you, does it ever feel like your focus isn't really yours? You know, like it's constantly getting yanked in a million different directions, and by the end of the day, you're just left feeling drained and like you got nothing done? Well, you are definitely not alone, and believe me, it is a battle you can absolutely win.
Okay, here's the big mindset shift we need to make. We're going to stop thinking of this as fighting distraction. Instead, I want you to think of your focus as this incredibly powerful resource that just needs a clear destination. See, your energy isn't the problem. It's just undirected. And this system, this is going to give it that direction. So where do we even begin? We're going to start with the outside world first. These are the external fixes, the tangible, physical things in your life and your environment that you can control like today and see an immediate difference.
Step 1 is simple. Remove the triggers. I mean, think about it. Your brain is wired to react to what it sees. So if your environment is just cluttered with distractions, you're basically forcing yourself into an unnecessary battle from the get-go. Make discipline easier. A clean, distraction-free space, that is your first line of defense.
A clean space is a really powerful start, don't get me wrong, but it only deals with what's outside of you. The other half of this whole equation is your own physical state.
And that brings us straight to step 2. Train your body. You know that restless, unfocused energy? It just loves an idle body. But when you train hard, I'm talking lifting weights, going for a run, any intense activity, you give that energy a productive place to go. A physically tired body leads to a much calmer, much more focused mind. It's a total game changer.
Okay, so we've handled the external world. Now it's time to go inward. This next part is all about mastering your own mind. It's about treating focus not like some gift you either have or you don't, but as a skill, something that can be trained and sharpened over time.
Step 3 is all about what we'll call attention redirection. And here's the core idea, and it's a big one. Your focus is a muscle. Every single time an unwanted urge pops up, to check your phone, to open that distracting tab, you have a choice. And by consciously moving your attention somewhere else, you're basically doing a mental rep. And every single rep makes that focus muscle stronger.
So what does that actually look like moment to moment? Well, first, the urge appears. That's inevitable. Now, the second step is absolutely crucial. Do not fight it. Fighting an urge just gives it more power. Instead, you just acknowledge it. No judgment. Just, there's that urge. Then, step 3 is immediate physical action. Don't think about it. Don't debate it. Just stand up, walk to another room, switch tasks. That physical change is what breaks the mental pattern.
Now, these last 2 steps, think of them as the foundation for everything else. This is the support system that makes all of your other efforts, cleaning your space, training your body, redirecting your mind, actually sustainable for the long haul. This slide just lays it out perfectly for step 4. Fix your sleep. Look, fatigue is the absolute enemy of discipline. All those late nights just create mornings where your willpower is at rock bottom, which makes you super vulnerable to every little distraction. But when you protect your sleep, you are actively gearing up for the next day's battle. Rest isn't passive, it's strategic preparation.
And now for our final step. And honestly, this might be the most critical piece of the whole puzzle. You can't just get rid of a habit and leave a void. It just doesn't work that way. The human mind hates a vacuum. If you just remove a bad habit or a source of distraction, that empty space will get filled, and usually it gets filled by something just as bad.
So step 5 is to replace that old habit with a new mission. Instead of just focusing on what you're not doing, you have to decide what you will do instead. Have a positive replacement ready to go. Use all that reclaimed energy to read a book, to build a new skill, or to take one small step toward a really meaningful goal. You gotta give your focus a new, better target to aim at. So there you have it. You see how this isn't just a random list of tips. It's a complete, interconnected system for taking back deliberate control over your focus and your energy. It's your new blueprint. So let's just run through that blueprint one last time, really quick. You start by controlling your external world. Remove the triggers and train your body. Then, you master your internal world by mastering your attention. You support the whole thing with solid sleep, and you make it all permanent by replacing the old bad habit with a new positive mission.
What this whole process really does is give you back your most precious assets, your time, your focus, and your energy. So the only question left,
and it's a big one, is for you. Now that you have the system to reclaim it all, what are you gonna build?